we were wondering how information or data can be stored inside our brain or body. We are very much aware of the way information is stored in the computers right now using the digital method, using ones and zeros. And one thought was definitely it cannot be so inside our body. So there should be some other way. So we were just thinking of, like, could vibrations be a method of data storage within our body? So we'll go through one by one, say like memory, the long-term memory, the recall, how these things work. If we assume vibration as a method of data storage, vibration and resonance, we will also take the help of mathematics, the Fourier series, and see why vibrations could be a method chosen by nature for storage of information within our body. We will try to understand using the example of light and the spectrum, and also sound and music, and then further possibilities. Let us try to understand vibration and resonance using this simple head massager. This head massager construction is like there are 6 long wires of equal size and mass, and 6 short ones. So in order to understand, like, let's observe what happens when I pull the long one. You'll observe that only the long ones vibrate, and though the short ones are all connected in the same place, they don't even vibrate. So this is one beautiful phenomena that we can observe from vibrations. Now, apart from this one, let's say how vibrations can be transferred from one to another. So I'm keeping one on top here and then pulling the long ones. You will see that even in this left hand side, you will see only the long ones vibrate. The same will happen with the shorter length wires also. Concept of all of them vibrating in unison, this is called as resonance. Like this and this, all of them vibrate in the same frequency. Just vibrating the long ones, you can see the long ones vibrating on this also. Now we have seen the meaning of vibration and resonance using the simple head massager. Now let's extend the same principle and see how our memory could work. For example, let's say I'm writing this letter A on this board. The light from outside falls on this, and this goes through my eyes. Light is a form of vibration or a wave that goes into my body. If there is no such vibration so far in my body, it will create a little waveform inside my brain or mind, so that this gets registered. Okay, now for the second time, when I'm looking at the same letter A, from that example of that head massager could have seen, like this A, again the light comes into my body and then sees whether an equivalent vibration is there. If it is there, it will resonate. If it resonates, then I say either I know or I understand. So this is the very simple reasoning which we are making. If, or the hypothesis is that if data storage in our mind and body is in the form of vibrations, it fits in neatly. Now let's look at how can long-term memory and recall work. Many a times in our life, we would have experienced many incidences. We don't remember all of them. So how do we remember only few of them? There is something called as a threshold. In electronics also, or semiconductors, you can see beyond a threshold voltage, current can travel through the semiconductor. On a similar note, what can be our long-term memory? Could be, for the first time, I can get a wave. For the second time, again, I see this amplitude again changes. And again, for the third time, the amplitude again changes, the frequency remaining the same. So this amplitude of this wave could have a threshold, which means if you have reached that threshold, either based on the importance we give to the subject or by reinforced learning, say reading, writing, recalling, hearing. In all of these methods, if we can reach this threshold level, after that, it should be there in our memory forever, which we can recall anytime that we want.
This is a Fourier series simulator. We're just trying to use this to show how vibration, multiple vibrations can coexist. The first one was the single frequency. This is the sum. Let's start with one single frequency. That's how it shows as a waveform. And in the sum bar, it's only one because there is only a single wave. Now let's add another wave, which you see in the green. That is the independent green waveform, and this is the combination how it looks like. So the waves can coexist. This is the third one. We add one more, and you can see the single waveform which appears there. So this is how waves can coexist. In this Newton's Prism experiment, we will see that the white light, which is comprising of all the VGR or the 7 colors or multiple wavelengths or frequencies, are combined together, which is split, and again through the next prism, they all can be combined as a single white light. So this is the advantage of vibrations where multiple frequencies can coexist in the same place. For an example of sound, we can look at this one where there are multiple instruments which are simultaneously played, each with a different frequency. All of them arrive to our ear at the same time. So this is also another example where like multiple frequencies being stored in a single place.
Now, if our hypothesis that vibration and resonance could be the way nature stores information, then it opens up amazing possibilities. Say, for example, when we want to learn something new, we think we have to open our eyes so that the vibrations come in through the eyes, or we need to hear some speech, and that is also vibrations. But is there a possibility that by shutting off these two senses, still is there a possibility of learning? In order to understand this possibility, let's take a real world example which all of us has been exposed to, the television channels. The television data is completely in the form of electromagnetic radiation, which are also waves which are caused by vibrations. Just by tuning into a specific channel, we can pick up whichever media which we want to see. So we can imagine that we are all continuously soaked in the electromagnetic rain. On a similar note, let's say all our knowledge is in the form of vibrations which are existing in space, then by shutting down the sense organs and directly through the mind tuning into the information that we require, all that we require is to tune into the vibrations and resonate with them, and this opens up the possibility of direct learning, and also we can connect this with the meditation, the concept of meditation, manifestation, ESP. All of these things become a possibility if vibration and resonance is the way nature stores information. To extend and understand why it has to be this way, let's take, for example, I have this as a single piece of, let's say, this pen. If I have to keep something else here, I have to remove this and place something else. This is the way conventionally or our current digital data in ones and zeros store information. But the beauty of vibrations is, as you will see in the Fourier series example, multiple information can be stored in the same place. So this is the possibility which we want to share.